Social media isn't just a place to store your selfies or just post memes anymore. It's actually the new marketplace where people build business and scale business to millions of millions. But the big question is that how exactly can you use social media to actually build and grow your business step by step? Now, as someone over the past 3 years who has actually helped businesses grow on the internet by helping them promote their social media handles, setting up websites, and doing a lot of things to help grow business from tier one countries over the past 3 years. In this video, I'm actually going to share with you a complete step-by-step guide and a proven strategy you can actually utilize to start a business on the internet and actually grow it to generate some decent revenue, even if you are just starting off. Now, whether I live in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, it doesn't really matter. This strategy has proven to work across all regions. Now, when it comes to scaling a business on social media, the first step is basically picking the right platform for your business. Now, one big mistake I see a lot of business owners do is simply they want to be on every single social media platform out there. And the truth is that some businesses are meant for some social media platforms and some are meant for some platforms as well. Now, here's how you get to know which social media platform is actually best for your business. Now, for the first category, simply the B2B. Now, let me say you have the B2B, which is someone a business to business kind of transaction. Now, let me say you're a manufacturer and you only supply products directly to wholesale sellers or any other form of distributors. Or maybe you don't, let me just say, you don't sell directly to consumers. Now, if you find yourself in this sort of business, which is known as the B2B method, then the best platform you should utilize to help reach the right clients and get the right deals is basically LinkedIn and X, which is formerly known as Twitter. Now, for the next category is simply B2C transactions. Now, let me say you are a business to consumer seller, which is someone you manufacture a product or you own a product, but then you are selling directly to consumers. Like, for example, I offer social media agency where we grow social media handles for business, help businesses run their social media handles, and then help them set up apps and those stuff. Now, over here at my region, I market directly to consumers, meaning I want to reach direct clients that need my service. I'm not supplying anything to anybody. Now, if you find yourself in this sort of business whereby you are looking for direct consumers to buy from you, then the best platform for you to use is actually platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and YouTube might also come in handy as well. Now, to the final business category, which is known as local businesses. Now, if you run a local business, you are not interested in international clients, you are not interested in reaching out to big people, you just care about your local region alone, then the best place to actually be is simply Facebook groups and then Google My Business, which is also known as GMB. Now, with Facebook groups, you can basically join Facebook groups that are regionally targeted. Maybe you see some Facebook groups such as beauty brands in LA, beauty brands in New York, beauty brands in Toronto, like beauty brands in Hamburg. Now, basically, these ones are local groups whereby you could basically go and market your product as a business owner. Now, the step number 2 is simply optimizing your profiles. Now, this is very important. Now, I just want you to imagine this situation. Think of your social media profiles as your physical office. Would you like to have a messy business place? Let me say you do pastries, you sell pastries. Would you want your storefront to be messy? Obviously not. Now, this is one reason why you need to optimize your profiles. And when it comes to optimizing your social media profiles, there are a lot of things you need to look out for that are really important to your growth and building trust with your audience. The first thing is simply make sure you have a professional profile picture or logo. And if you need someone to design the logo for you as well, you don't have to stress yourself. I and my team are actively ready to do that for you. Now, the second thing here is simply you need to write a very clear bio. Now, your bio is your main selling point when it comes to social media handles, because when people come over to your social media profile, the first thing they look at is simply what is written in your bio. And that is an opportunity for you to make sure you are very clear and straightforward. If you're in the beauty industry, make sure you make it known in the first line there that you're in the beauty industry. And the second line, you should be able to contain some things you could actually do, maybe some services you offer, so forth and so on. And make sure that what you keep it brief, concise, and straight to the point. And finally, make sure to add a call to action. Now, a call to action could basically be, if it's on Facebook, they give you the right to actually add an access to website, which is basically where users can just click and go to your website, or basically a link to your website or your contact details. This could be your email, your WhatsApp number, or your direct calling telephone number, or something related to that. Now, call to actions are very important. If you do every single thing right, but there's no call to action, it basically means you just wasted your time. Now, the step number 3 here is simply having a clear content strategy. Now, the content you publish on your social media platform is actually the heart of your business. If you post randomly, there's a high probability that you are never going to get any reasonable client. Now, here's the content framework I actually recommend if you really want to grow your business and generate sales. Now, the first one should be value content. Now, your main purpose there should be providing value to your audience. Now, this could be tips on how they can do some things themselves, some basic knowledge they need to understand about the industry you find yourself, why they need your service, why they and things they can do to actually help themselves. Now, secondly, authority content. Now, what authority content basically stands for is simply this, where you show the real behind the scene of your work. Now, if you're in the beauty industry, let me say maybe you have products that could actually help fix acne or any sort of rough things on people's skin or their body. Now, you basically create a video of behind the scene, how the person face was, and the process of which you actually treat the person till the person got healed, every single thing got cleared off, and basically put this out there. Now, this is an authority content. What this basically does is simply you are giving people a case study of the process you pass through to get things done. They are seeing you getting real-time results and so forth and so on. Now, the third method is simply engagement content. Now, you might create educational content, then you get some attraction, you create authority content. Now, you still need to keep your profiles actively up and getting real-time engagement to help social media platforms push it to more audience. Now, when it comes to engagement content, there are several options that you can actually use. Now, the first one is simply creating social media posts. Now, this could be a pool whereby you answer some questions or host a live question and answer section whereby people get to answer questions regarding your business and you get to answer them, this sort of thing. And on the other hand as well, you could also utilize some popular trend information about your industry. Maybe there's something trending about your business, you could actually utilize it as well to get more engagement and reach out to new audience as well. And finally, promotional content. Now, promotional content is basically where you give out free products to your audience, or you basically give them a discount, anything of such. In this way, you are actually doing a self-made organic promotion that could actually help you give out your product for people to test or offer a service for them to actually see. Now, the step number 4 here is simply consistency. Now, one truth when it comes to running business is simply consistency will always beat perfection. You don't have to be perfect when getting started. If you don't have money to pay an expert to help you get things done, you don't have to be perfect. You basically just have to keep going with whatever thing you are already doing and make sure that what you are just consistent with it. Now, here's the best practice you can actually use. Try as much as possible to upload at least 3 to 5 posts every single week. Like 3 is okay, 5 is excellent. And step number 5 is simply make sure to engage with your audience. Now, one thing I always do when I handle social media accounts for brand is simply when I make posts for them, I don't just let this post be there. People will comment, like, and I don't know. One thing I basically do is simply I turn on active alerts on these social media platforms that I run for myself and business. That's why if you drop a comment on my video, it takes less than some few minutes to an hour for me to reply, because immediately the comment comes like this, I give it an immediate reply, and this is very important. So as a business owner, whenever someone drops a comment on your profile, maybe it's a positive comment, maybe it's a negative comment, it doesn't really matter. Make sure you engage with that comment. It could be a simple just by liking the comment or by replying to the person down in the comment section if the person is asking questions about a particular product or services that you are offering, or if the person is giving you a review, whether positive or negative review, engage with it. Like, make sure that you are actively replying to DMs, actively replying to test comments, and so forth. And step number 6 is simply make sure you utilize ads strategically. Now, as a business, growing organically is okay, but it's a very long process. If you really want to reach more audience faster, you need to run social media ads in addition. Now, this could basically be spending about $10 to $20 every single day, and you don't have to run ads every single day. Maybe 1 week out of every month, you just run social media ads, and you basically set a good target, targeting your main audience and so forth and so on. Running social media ads is really important if you really want to grow your business faster. It helps grow it faster, and that is the and step number 7, which is the final step here, is simply make sure you analyze and improve. A lot of you don't go through your metrics, you don't look at what is working and what is not working. You basically sit back and then let every single thing slide. Now, the best thing you need to do here if you really want to grow is simply always, maybe at the end of every week, every 2 week, or every month, go through your analytics. Look at which of your content reach out to more people, which of your content got the most engagement, which of your content is performing best. Now repurpose this sort of content, repost them again, and then utilize the strategy you use for this particular video and just use it across your new set of videos and see if it keeps performing, and keep just rinse and repeat this method and you just be good to go. So now guys, this is basically how you can grow your business utilizing social media. It doesn't really cost much if you want to do it yourself, and if you pay an expert to do it as well, it could be faster and better. That's why you need to utilize my services, and my email will be down in this video description. So guys, with this said, for more tips like this, do have to smash on that subscribe button, like this video, and also drop a comment as well. See you in my next video. Bye.